Come onto your back. You can start with your legs straight, feet wider than your hips. If that's not comfortable, just have your knees bent, feet wide, knees touching. Take your arms overhead. Have your hands a little wider than your shoulders. So you're kind of spread out like a starfish. Just stretch through your fingers and your toes. Reach and extend through your limbs, your arms and your legs. Take a deep breath in. Engage. And then as you exhale, let the weight of your limbs drop and relax. Do that again. Inhale, reach and stretch and tighten through your muscles. As you extend outwards, and on your exhale, drop and soften. Just feel that once more on your own. Good. And this time, as you relax your limbs, you're going to shift the position of our arms. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, so your hands rest on your torso. If that's not comfortable, you can also rest your arms at your sides. You might close down your eyes or soften your gaze. Sense your breath flowing in and out through your nose. Just arrive here on your mat and in your body. The intention for our practice today is to connect to a sense of center. And so often in our everyday lives, our attention gets scattered and outstretched in many different directions, whether that's work or family, relationships, social media, the many sounds of living in a city. Like, our attention sort of darts from one thing to the next. And today, for this practice, we'll work to cultivate this drawing inwards, connecting to center, connecting to self. And so shift your awareness to the point in your body where you feel a sense of center. So for me, that's around my navel, just above my belly button, below my sternum. You can place a hand there if that's helpful for you, or just shift your attention. But for some of you, you might feel centered in your heart or maybe lower down in your belly. Maybe you're not sure. And if you're not sure, connect with me in this point, again, above your belly button and below your sternum. There's kind of like a little notch or groove there. You can rest your fingertips or just your attention. In yoga philosophy, this center point of the body is known as the Manipura in Sanskrit, which translates as radiant gem, kind of like your little internal sun. And the center is viewed as source of vitality, energy, connection to self. And we'll work in our yoga practice today to cultivate that connection through not only awareness, which we're doing now, but in the body through twists and core engagement, which brings a physical sense of attention to the center. For right now, start to send your breath to the center point. So inhaling through your nose, feeling your belly expand, and then exhaling. Draw your navel in and up as you breathe out. So engaging slightly. And feel that again. Inhale through your nose, belly expands. And exhale, emptying your breath, gently squeezing the breath out. Once more on your own at your pace. Good. And after this exhale, you can blink your eyes open. Start to wiggle out through your toes, circle your ankles. Maybe make fists with your hands, circle out through your wrists. And take your time as you bend your knees and hug your knees towards your chest. And lift your head up off of the mat. That checks out okay for your neck. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lower your head, extend your arms and your legs like how we began. So that starfish shape. Stretch through your fingers and your toes. On your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Lift your head. Good. Inhale, reach and extend. Arms and legs long. And exhale, drop back into the center. Hugging in. Once more like that. Follow your breath. This next time you hug your knees in, pause for another inhale. Stay for an exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale, release. Arms and legs long. And again, just kind of splat down on the floor. You can have a little bend of your elbows. Relax through your hips. Let go of any tension and just drop back down into the support of the floor. Take one more breath here. And now hug your knees back into your chest. Let your head rest down, rock side to side. And then please stack your knees over your hips with your knees still bent. Take your arms out to the side like a T. If you don't have a lot of space, you can do cactus arms. Press your middle back, lower back into the floor so you feel a little engagement of your lower belly. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lower your knees to the right to hover only as far as you can keep your left shoulder pressing down. Good. And now inhale, lift your knees back up through the center. And exhale over to the left. Good. Inhale, knees lift. Exhale to the right, remembering only lower down as far as you can keep your shoulder blades anchored. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left, right shoulder presses down. Feel that once more side to side. Move at the pace of your breath. Good. This next time, as your knees fall over to the right, lower them all the way down and just come into an easy twist. And place your right hand on your opposite thigh. Maybe turn your gaze to the left to stretch out your neck. If that creates strain, just look up instead. Deepen your breath. Breath flows in through the nose, belly expands. Breath flows out through the nose, belly deflates. And return your right hand to the mat. Inhale, lift your knees. Hug your knees to your chest just to reset your lower back for a moment, and then we'll prepare to change sides. Stack your knees over your hips. Take your arms to the sides. Inhale. And exhale, let your knees fall all the way to the left this time. You can rest left hand to opposite thigh, perhaps turning your gaze to the right. Again, deepen your breath, flowing in through your nose, belly expands. Flowing out through your nose, belly deflates. Return your left hand down, look up. As you inhale, lift your knees. Hug your knees to your chest, rock side to side. And now please hold the backs of your thighs, start to rock forward and back along your spine to come up to your seat. So finding an easy cross-legged seat. If you prefer, you can sit in a chair or some other position for your legs. Lean forward so your hips lift up and kind of rock side to side. So then when you lean back, your sitting bones anchored down. Roll your shoulders forward up, and then shoulder blades fall onto your back. Chest lifts. Top of the head lifts as the weight of your body drops down into your hips and your legs. Release your arms down at your sides. We'll take just a simple moving meditation. You can plug your fingertips into the floor for a moment. See if that helps you sit up a little taller. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms up and overhead. Connect your palms. And then as you exhale, twist to the right in mirror image to me. Take your right arm behind you, your left hand either in front or to your opposite knee. Good. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. And exhale, turn the other way. Left hand behind you, right hand either in front or to opposite knee. And now flow with your breath. Inhale, untwist, arms rise. Exhale to the right. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the left. And this time, as you inhale, lift up. We're going to twist to the right and pause. Notice if your left hip lifts up, drop it down. As you inhale, sit up a little taller, lift up through the top of your head, and exhale, twist from your navel, perhaps looking over your back shoulder. And breathe here. Good. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. Exhale, opposite direction. Again, notice if your right hip lifts up, drop it down. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Exhale to twist. Perhaps gazing over your back shoulder. Good. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. Connect your palms and exhale, lower your hands down through the center. You can pause with your hands at your heart or release your palms down to your thighs. Perhaps close your eyes. Shift your attention back to the center point of your body. Just simply resting your awareness there. Please blink your eyes open if they were closed, and we'll transition to tabletop, hands and knees. Place your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide. We'll take a reverse cat's breath today. As you inhale, round your back, drop your head, tuck your tailbone. And then as you exhale, look forward. So reverse from what we've been doing. Lift your tail. Inhale, round, press into your hands, drop your head. And exhale, open up, looking forward. Once more, follow your breath. Good, adding on. Now as you inhale, pull your right knee towards your nose. And exhale, lower your knee. Come into more of a neutral spine rather than really arcing, so you feel a little engagement of your core. Inhale, pull left knee to nose. Towards your nose, it may or may not touch, and exhale, lower down. Neutral spine. Once more, side to side. Inhale, right knee pulls in. Exhale, lower. Inhale through the left knee. Exhale, lower. Good. From here, tuck your toes under. Press into your hands, lift your hips up and back. Just take a moment, pedal out through your feet, bending one knee and then the other, stretching through the backs of your legs. And now looking to the top of your mat, walk your feet forward, come into a standing forward fold. Soften your knees as much as you need to touch the floor. Take an inhale, lift halfway, hands to your shins, look forward. Exhale, fold, drop your head, relax your neck. Again, inhale, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more breath like that. Inhale, lengthen, hands to your shins or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, fold. Micro bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips and your elbows high, and inhale, come up with a flat back all the way to standing. Mountain pose, rest your arms at your sides. Stack your hips over your shoulders over your hips, hips over your heels. Tailbone drops down to the space between your heels. As you lift up through the top of your head. Take an inhale, stretch your arms up and overhead. Connect your palms, and as you exhale, open your arms out to the sides as you twist to the left. So arms open, turn to the left. Glide your right hip back as you stretch through your fingertips. Maybe look over your back thumb. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. And exhale, turn the other way, open your arms. Twisting to the right, glide your left hip back. Stretch through your fingertips and maybe look over your right thumb. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. Exhale, fold forward, soften your knees, release your fingertips down to the mat. Drop your head. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. And as you exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Set your back knee down. Have your back toes tucked for stability. Front knee over your ankle. Inhale, lift your arms high. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Take an inhale. And exhale, twist to the left, just like we did standing. Open your arms out to the sides. Maybe look over your left thumb. More of a challenge to your balance if you look back. If you need something more steady, look down at the floor to help with balance. Good. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. And exhale, release your hands down to frame your left foot. Step back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, round forward, come into plank pose. You might need to walk your hands forward a couple of inches so that your shoulders are directly over your wrists. Lower your knees down for this first one. We'll hold plank. So notice the difference between plank and tabletop. My hips are forward of my knees so that there's an engagement in the core to support the stability of the pose. Breathe deeply in through your nose. And as you exhale, lower slowly in one plane, half chaturanga, half push-up pose. Hug your elbows in as you lower, untuck your toes. Interlace your hands behind your back, locust, shalabhasana. Stretch your hands back, press into the tops of your feet so much that your chest lifts. If your shoulders are tight and you can't clasp your hands, just stretch your fingertips back behind you. Take one more inhale. And exhale, release. Stack your hands under your forehead. Rest your forehead down. You can sway your hips a little to loosen up your lower back. Inhale deeply through your nose. And exhale as the weight of your body drops into the support of the floor. Good. Slide your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press back. Active child's pose. Hips to heels. Stretching out through the soles of the feet. Look forward and transition to downward facing dog. And press into your hands and inhale. Reach your right leg high. Stretch your right leg long. Reach through your toes. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, pull right knee to nose. Round your back, look forward, step forward. Lunge. Bump your foot forward if you need to. So your front knee is over your ankle. Set your back knee down. Inhale, lift your arms, low lunge. Make sure you're not on a tightrope. That will also help with balance. You can wiggle your front foot to the right. Inhale deeply. Exhale, twist to the right. Open your arms out to the sides. Option to look over your back shoulder towards your right thumb. If you need a little more help with balance, look just out in front of you and down at the floor. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. Exhale, release your hands down, tuck your toes, lift your back knee. Step to the top of your mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing with a flat back. Lift your arms. Exhale, hands through the center, either pausing at your heart or release your arms at your sides, mountain pose. Breathe deeply as you stand tall. Flowing, same sequence through the other side. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, twist to the left, open your arms. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, stay. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, reach and stretch through your fingertips. Exhale, glide your left hip back. And inhale, untwist, lift your arms. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, lead with your sternum, hinge at your hips, drop your head. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, step left foot back, lunge. Set your back knee down. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, stay, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. And exhale, lower your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, round forward, plank pose. Again, walk your hands forward, shoulders over your wrists. You can lower your knees down or keep them lifted this time. Press in your hands so much that you dome into your upper back. So your upper back puffs up. Hips stay low. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, reach your heels back and your heart forward and widen through your collarbones. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, slow lower all the way down to your belly. Roll your shoulders back and release your hands behind you. Put your opposite pinky on top. So the opposite of what you would do initially. Inhale, stretch your fists back, lift your chest. Option to lift your legs this time, full Shalabhasana, full locust pose. Reach back through all 10 toes. Take one more inhale. And exhale, lower down, stack your hands. Put your opposite hand on top as you rest your forehead down. Maybe sway your hips. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. And slide your hands back under your shoulders, tuck your toes, press back, active child's pose. Look forward, stretch your shoulders out, your hips, your feet. And then find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose, exhale out through your mouth, let out a sigh. On your next inhale, stretch your left leg high, press into your hands, reach through your left toes, left leg long. Take another inhale. And exhale, pull knee to nose, look forward, step forward, lunge. Set your back knee down, inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, twist to the left, arms open. Inhale, reach through your fingertips, look back. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, untwist, lift your arms. And exhale, lower hands to the mat. Tuck back toes, lift back knees, step forward. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Flat back, exhale, fold. Soften your knees. Inhale, rise to stand. Connect your palms and exhale, lower your hands through the center. Pause at your heart or release your arms down at your sides. Breathe deeply here. Good. Please heel toe your feet together so that your big toes touch, heels are slightly apart. And bend your knees, sweep your hands forward and up. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach up through your fingertips as you set your hips back, reach your hips back. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Relax through the back of your neck. Separate your feet as wide as your hips, maybe a little wider. Place your right hand under your gaze. Bend your right knee. Sweep your left arm up. Open twist. You can also have your right hand on a block. Option to look up at your left fingertips. Take an inhale. An exhale, change. Place your left hand under your gaze. Bend your left knee. Reach your right arm high. Option to look up at your right fingertips. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release right hand down. Heel toe your feet directly under your hips. Soften your knees. And this might be plenty in the forward fold. If you want to add to this, take your peace fingers, index and middle finger, and wrap them around your big toes. You can have your knees generously bent to do this. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. And exhale to fold. Drop your head. Gently pull on your big toes as you press your big toes down to deepen the stretch. You can bend your elbows in towards your shins. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet together so that your big toes touch. Walk your hands forward, lift your heels, and bend your knees out to the sides. Come into a variation of a squat. So you can stay here or work towards dropping your heels down and walking your hands forward, folding inside of your knees. This is a variation of Malasana, garland pose. You might even play with your balance by reaching your hands back to hold the backs of your heels. Really stretching into the upper back and lower back. And release your hands forward if they're not, and then just drop onto your seat. From here, walk your feet forward so that your feet are hips distance a little wider. Place your hands on your shins. Pull on your shins, turn your toes out to the sides, reach your chest forward between your thighs, and then reverse. Turn your toes forward and round into your back. So it's like a cat's breath. Inhale, pull your shins forward, turn your toes out, reach your chest forward, and then as you exhale, round. Stretch out your back, chin to chest. Once more like that. Good. And now with your toes facing forward, come up, pull on your shins, but plant your feet down, reach your hands forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, slow, lower partway down, so lower to your lower back and your middle back. Keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale here. Exhale, lift all the way up. Inhale, reach through your fingertips, lift your chest even higher. And exhale, lower slowly down. Okay, this time we're gonna pause. And now tap right fingertips towards your right knee as close as you can get. Left fingertips towards left knee or left thigh. And then shift side to side. Breathe deeply as you do this. Engaging through your lower belly, your side waist, obliques. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the center. And then exhale, lower everything down. Take your arms overhead. Extend your toes skywards. Come into an L shape with your body. Inhale, reach through your fingers and toes. Extend your limbs long. And exhale to relax through your shoulders and your hips. So allowing your body to soften a little bit. And please hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little side to side. Hold the backs of your thighs. Rock forward and back. We're going to come through that Malasana squat pose with the feet together. So rock forward and back a few times. And now plant your feet together, widen your knees, reach forward. And then try that again. So you're rocking up and then rock back. And then rock forward, feet together, knees wide. See if you can find your balance. Try that one more time. This time we're going to come up into a toe stand. So pull your knees together. You can have your hands on the floor to support yourself. So feet together, knees together. Or you can bring your hands together in front of your heart. More challenging is to lift your arms overhead. Stay here or twist with me. Inhale. Exhale, turn to the left, open your arms. So there's a theme. Inhale, reach through your fingers, glide your right hip back. Exhale, stay. Inhale, untwist. Okay, we're gonna lower the hips down, separate the knees, roll to your back, just to give your legs a rest. You can be in the L shape or come into Halasana Crow pose, stretch your toes towards your fingertips. And then rock up, feet plant, reach forward, toe stand. Hands can be down for support. Inhale deeply. Exhale, twist to the right, arms open. You can also just walk your hands to one side if you want to get the twist, but the balance feels a little tricky today. On your next inhale, untwist. Exhale, rock back. Either L shape or toes stretch overhead. Rock forward, come all the way into a standing forward bend. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift your right leg, reach through your toes. And as you exhale, pull knee to nose, round forward, step forward, lunge. Set your back knee down. Inhale, lift your arms. As you exhale, twist to the right, open your arms out to the sides. And we're going to come into exalted lunge. Option 1 is to bring your right hand to your right hip. Option 2, right hand reaches towards the back leg as you extend your left arm over your ear. So you could be right hand to right hip or to your back leg. Left arm reaches. As you inhale, come back up into the twist, arms open to the sides. Connect your palms together and hook left elbow outside of your right knee, palms together in front of your heart. If that's too deep of a twist, place your left hand to the mat, right hand to right thigh. For more sensation, more intensity, you can tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the floor. Complete your exhale. Release your hands down to frame your front foot. Set your back knee down if it's not. And straighten your front leg, half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Complete your exhale. Bend your front knee. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into a variation of side plank. Stretch your right leg back behind you. Tuck your right toes under. So it's like your right leg is in plank pose. Swivel your left foot to the left and off your mat. You can have your toes tucked or untucked. Drop your right heel down and inhale, lift your right arm. You can stay here, or for more intensity, float your right leg up, flex your foot, reach through your heel. Bring your attention to the center point of your body and stretch out in all directions from there. Inhale. Exhale, plant your right hand, lower your right foot. Swivel your left toes towards the back of your mat again. And now pull your left knee in towards your nose. Step back, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. And release your hands behind your back, Shalabhasana Locust. Inhale, lift everything up. And exhale, lower down, child's pose. You can stack your hands under your forehead or keep your arms extended long. If you prefer to simply sit up on your heels instead, you're welcome to. For some people, that's more comfortable than child's pose. So we're just going for a position that allows us to pause and rest, integrate all of the efforts, the practice. And then please find your way back to downward facing dog. Flowing through the left leg. Inhale, lift your left leg long. Press into your hands, stretch through your toes. And exhale, pull knee to nose, look forward, step forward, lunge. Set your back knee down. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Setting up for exalted lunge. Option 1, left hand to left hip. Right arm reaches over your ear. Option 2, left hand stretches towards the back leg as your right arm reaches over your ear. Deepen your breath as you twist. Good. Inhale, come back up into open arms. Connect your palms and hook right elbow outside of your left knee. And remember, just like on the other side, if that twist feels too deep, you can place right hand to the mat, left hand to left thigh. For more sensation and intensity, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Revolved lunging twist, Parvrita Parshvakonasana. Take one more deep breath in your twist. Set your back knee down. If it's not, release your hands to frame your left foot and straighten your left leg, half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. On your next inhale, bend your left knee. Extend your left leg back. Straighten your leg, tuck your toes under, setting up for half plank variation. Swivel your right foot over to the right and off your mat. Spin your left heel down, pick up your left arm. Just as before, you can stay here or float your left leg up, flex your foot, reach through your heel. Bring your attention to your center and extend out in all directions from there. Through your left heel, your left fingertips, press down into your right hand, your right knee, and reach through the top of your head. Take one more inhale. Exhale, return, left hand, left foot, swivel right foot back. Press into the mat so much that your right knee lifts, pull right knee to nose, step back plank, inhale. Exhale, slow lower. We're gonna open up through the shoulders here. So with your hands under your shoulders, take your right arm to the side, right palm facing down. Rest your right cheek on the mat. Bend your left knee and start to roll to your right side. Step your left foot behind you. Intent onto your left fingertips to create stability. Extend your right leg long and maybe scoot your hips forward just a little bit to clear your lower back. Work the stages of the pose for more sensation. You can bend your right knee as well. Stamp both feet down, both knees bent. You could spin your right palm to face up and extend your left hand back to interlace your hands. Find a position where you feel a good stretch, but you can also breathe deeply, and you should be able to smile in any pose. If like you literally can't, then you know you've gone too far, and just rewind to a previous stage. Even if it's a forced smile, you should be able to make it happen. And then to come out, return your left hand to the mat. If it's not, straighten your right leg. Roll back to your belly. Place your right hand under your right shoulder. Rest your left cheek down. Take your left arm to the side, palm facing down. Bend your right knee as you roll to your left side. Step your right foot behind you. Work the stages. Even if you were in a deeper stretch on the first side, take your time, tent onto your right fingertips to create that lever to twist from. Extend your left leg long, maybe scoot your hips slightly forward to clear your lower back. And then for more sensation, you can bend your left knee as well, placing both soles of the feet on the floor. See how that feels on this side. You could also spin your left palm to face up and take your right hand back to meet your left and interlace your hands behind you. And breathe. Check in with yourself, those indicators of having found your pose. Can you deepen your breath? Can you relax the muscles of your face enough that you can even force a little bit of a smile? And if you can't, rewind a little bit to a previous stage. And then to come out, return your right hand to the mat. If it's not, straighten the left leg. And then the right, roll to your belly, stack your hands. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press back through hands and knees to come onto your seat. So you can cross your ankles or shift your feet to one side to come onto a seat. If you have any tightness in your lower back when you sit like this or any rounding, sit on something, whether that's a pillow or a rolled up towel. And we'll prepare for some seated poses and twists. So with your legs straight, just shake them out a little bit, release any tension in your legs. And now bend your left knee, set the left sole of your foot to the floor and hug your heel as close to your left hip as you can get it. Reach your left arm back behind you. Inhale, stretch your right arm high. Lean back a little bit. And exhale, twist, either wrapping your right arm around your shin, or you might hook your elbow outside of your knee. Turn your torso to the left as you gaze over your back shoulder. This is Marichiyasana. Marichiyasana A. There are a few variations we'll experiment with today. Inhale, find length, tailbone to crown. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And slowly untwist. Send your legs out in front of you, shake them out. Side two, bend your right knee, stamp your foot down, hug your heel close to your right hip. Reach your right arm back behind you. Inhale, stretch your left arm high. And exhale, twist. Either hug your shin or hook your elbow outside of your knee. Inhale to find more length. Exhale to twist. And slowly untwist. Straighten your legs out, shake them out a little bit. Okay, bend your knees. Reach your hands forward. Slowly lower down onto your back. Take your arms overhead, extend either toes skywards, L shape, or plow pose. Toes stretch towards your fingertips. Rock up, feet together, knees wide, come into toe stand. Exhale, twist to the left. Arms open. You can also have fingertips on the floor. Next stage is to reach your left hand towards the back of your mat. Reach your right arm over your ear. So we did this in the lunge. And then come into a twist, hook right elbow outside of your knee. Connect your palms. Some of you are twisting with your fingertips on the floor to help with balance. Maybe you look over your back shoulder. Good. Untwist. Separate your knees, reach forward, roll to your back. Stretch. L shape or plow. Rock up for the other side. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay here or rest. Reach your right fingertips back, left arm over your ear. And then hook. Left elbow outside of your knee, connect your palms. Twisting to the right. Also the option to have your fingertips connected to the floor. Perhaps you gaze over your right shoulder to challenge your balance even more. And then let it all go. Untwist, straighten your legs. Separate your feet wider than your hips, so as wide as your mat. You can swivel your hips a little. Loosen up, drop your head. Heel toe your feet together. Bend your knees, come onto your seat. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. Bend your left knee. Stamp your foot to the floor. Heel close to your hip. Anchor your right hand next to your right hip and reach your left arm up. Inhale. As you exhale, start to reach forward. Left fingertips reach towards or past your right toes. And then, okay, option one is to hold on to what you've got, your foot, your shin, the floor. Option two is to move towards a bind, Marichyasana C. You'd sweep your left arm in front of your left shin, thumb facing down. Bend your elbow, reach back behind you. And then you've got your right hand over here. You can reach around and see if you can clasp right hand or wrist. If that's not happening today, no problem. You just have your hands holding onto your leg or the mat. Inhale to find more length. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, come up. If you're binding, release. Take your hands behind you. Walk your left foot forward about a foot. Okay, so options for your hands, they're a little behind your hips. You can turn your fingertips out to the sides, a little easier, or fingertips facing your hips, a little more of a challenge. Point through your right toes. Press into your hands, lift your chest, and on an inhale, lift your hips. Option two, pull your right knee towards your nose and extend your right leg skywards. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower everything down. Hips lower, straighten your legs, shake them out a little bit. Side two, bend your right knee, stamp your foot down. Place your left hand next to your left hip. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Lean over to the left a little bit, and then cast your right fingertips forward towards your toes. Let your hand fall wherever it can land and hold on to what you've got. So you can stay here. This can be your pose. You can eventually take your left hand to meet your right hand wherever it is. If you want to play with that bind, sweep your right arm in front of your right shin. Thumb faces down, internal rotation through your arm. Bend your right elbow, reach behind your back. There's your fingers. Your left hand's right here. And then you might clasp left hand or left wrist. Inhale, find some length wherever you are. And exhale, fold. And breathe. Complete your exhale. And inhale, come up. Release. Take your hands behind you, either fingertips to the sides, a little easier, fingertips facing forward, a little bit more of a stretch on the wrists. Walk your right foot forward about a foot. Point through your left toes. Press in your hands, lift your chest, lift your hips. Option two, bend your left knee, extend your left leg long, toes skywards. Take one inhale, and exhale, lower everything down. Good. Let's bring feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Hold your feet, lean forward, rock side to side to see if you can connect a little more to your sitting bones. And then maybe hug your heels a little closer in towards your hips. Take your hands behind you for a moment, tent onto your fingertips. Plug your fingertips down as you lift your chest and press your thighs down. This could be your pose. This helps to create the natural or enhance the natural curves of your spine. If you want to fold forward, see if you can keep all of this extension. Bring your hands to your feet. You'll lose a tiny bit, but that's okay. And lead with your sternum, hinge at your hips as you fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, find even more length. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, come up to center. And find your way to an easy cross-legged seat. We're going to do a little bit of breath work or pranayama. If at any point I guide you into breath work today or another day that just doesn't sit right, doesn't feel good, stresses you out, just breathe naturally instead. Okay? We're coming into a practice called Kapalabhati, which is a skull shining breath. It's energizing. If you think of like, lighting up your brain. Kapalabhati. What it is it's we're going to be breathing through the nose the whole time, and it's a kind of like rapid, forceful exhale and a passive inhale. So you're going to really emphasize the exhale. Before we do it together, I'll just give you a quick demo. It looks like this. So it's this forceful exhale, quick. So every time I do that, I'm pulling my navel in and up to like force the exhale out. And then the inhale just kind of happens. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll start with about 30 seconds. Okay, so take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth, release. Inhale through your nose and begin. Good. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. If it feels okay, hold the breath out for a moment. Lift your pelvic floor, draw your navel in and up, slightly tuck chin to chest. And whenever you feel the need to inhale, please do. And then inhale deeply if you haven't yet. Exhale fully. Okay, we'll do that again, extending to 45 seconds-ish. If you feel lightheaded or, again, if it just stresses you out to breathe in this way, just breathe naturally. So we'll inhale deeply together. Exhale out through your mouth, clearing out. Inhale through your nose to begin. Inhale. Exhale, empty the breath out. Hold the breath out if you'd like. Lifting through the pelvic floor, drawing your navel in and up, and slightly tucking chin to chest, Mahabandha. Then inhale, if you haven't yet. Exhale fully. One more cycle. We'll go up to 60 seconds. So inhale through your nose. Exhale fully. Inhale through your nose and begin. Inhale. Exhale, option to hold the breath out, kumbhaka, breath retention. Pelvic floor lifts, navel draws in and up, chin slightly tucks, Mahabandha. And inhale to release. And pause, breathe naturally, notice, feel. For these last few minutes of rest, you're welcome to stay in a seated meditation position or come onto your back. Take your time getting there if you're transitioning. And have knees bent, knees touching, feet wide. Constructive rest pose. You can have your legs extended long, Shavasana. Feet as wide as your hips or wider. Invite you to return one hand to heart, one hand to belly, connecting to your center. Perhaps that's the space between your hands. Or maybe you're resting one hand on what feels like your center. You might take a deep breath and let out a sigh, signaling to your body to release. And then just allow your breath to flow naturally in and out through your nose. And please begin to deepen your breath again. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes, circle your ankles and your wrists, slowly stretching and waking up. If you are resting on your back, please bend your knees, roll to one side, and then slowly come up to your seat. We'll meet the seated pose. You can rest your hands on your thighs if you'd like to join me. Connect your palms together in front of your heart. Maybe close your eyes. Once more, bringing your attention back to your center, knowing you have the power to draw your awareness back inside to connect with yourself. Anytime you're feeling stretched thin or scattered, you can come back to this place inside. Let's bow chin to chest and head to heart. And as you're ready, you can lift your gaze, shift your attention back outwards into your day. Thanks so much for practicing with me. Thanks for being here.